Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
So my question to you is, I'll just kind of give a little scenario here. We have several family gatherings, several times a year. And one of my relatives always seems to turn the conversations to money, like how much things cost, how much she spends, what she pays for things, and, right down to kind of the very high dollar amounts. So, for example, at Easter, she told all of us that her bonus payment was so big that she could buy herself a brand new BMW that we all got to go take a tour of out in her garage. And so
she just up and said that out of the clear blue sky.
Kind of.
And then said, hey, you guys want to come out to the garage and check it out?
The garage?
Yeah, come out and see my new car,
real quick question. I want you to keep going, but I'm just curious. Yeah. What is the relationship? Can you tell us what that is? Is it sibling?
It's a first cousin.
First cousin. And did you grow up with said cousin? Did you spend a lot of time with her as you were growing up, or was it more distant?
Yeah, I would say we were and we're to this day almost very much like sisters.
Okay.
Oh, and how does this rub you when this happens? And you just gave us one example, but this is a pattern.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, and so that's why I'm calling, because it does bother me. And, I make a very good salary. I'm a registered nurse, and, I certainly don't feel comfortable talking about, how much I paid for things and how much things cost. And
do you think she's trying to do you think that she is trying to get a rise out of you when she says it? Or do you think that for her, she's comfortable talking about money and you're just not comfortable? Does that make sense? Which one is it? Is the onus more on her or more on you?
I think it's more on her. Like maybe to kind of brag it up and...
Give me some more examples of what she might do. I want to know more.
Hey, George here in the control booth, and I bet you're wondering what they're going to say next. Get out of debt, sell the horse, yada, yada, yada. The advice may be predictable, but the internet is anything but. You see, your personal info is out there, up for grabs by shady companies ready to add more scam and spam to your life. And that's why I use Delete Me. Delete Me will scrub your data from all of these sites so that you can focus on The Ramsey Show instead of who's buying and selling your info. And Ramsey fans get 20% off at joindeleteme.com/Ramsey or by using the link in the description below. So go take control of your privacy as soon as this call is over.
Give me some more examples of what she might do. I want to know more.
So when we first got there, first of all, she had bought some jackets and they didn't fit. And so she gave me one of the jackets. I was like, oh, let me, I'll pay for it. It was a nice jacket. And she had bought one for her sister and it was like, oh, no. And I was like, oh, I really like it. Where'd you get it? And it was, from this expensive denim company. And it was, I paid $80 for it. And
has she ever said anything bad about you? Like, has she ever done the backhanded compliment where it's like, well, I know you probably couldn't afford something like this, so just take it? Like, is she giving a backhanded compliment when she does it?
No, I wouldn't say that. No, not at all. It's almost like maybe she's a little, and I'm probably answering my own question, maybe she's insecure. And
100%. That's the third scenario. I think
she wants us to know how successful she is.
I think that's what's going on.
I don't.
Well, I want to dig a little more.
I want to dig a little more. So far, I'm going to tell you the side of the fence I'm on. So far, Tracy, I think it might be more you than her so far.
Okay.
And I don't say like neither of you is a bad person or neither of you is like even an insecure thing. I think some people are way more confident talking about money. And I do think that there's certain things that it's just like, she's in a mode in her lifestyle right now. It doesn't sound like she's trying to.
I don't know. All right, let's go rewind. We've got your opinion. I want to rewind on something.
Let me just finish. Here's the thing.
I'm sorry.
If my brother came home, and I think he did come home with a new truck, and he was like, I said, oh, is that a new car out in the driveway? He's like, oh yeah, I just got it. Let's go see it. And you go look at it. Like, I feel like that is kind of normal. And it's like, yeah, I never thought I'd be able to get it, but I got a raise and I was able to get it. Like, I think that's okay. And then when you were telling me about the jacket, I was kind of like, well, yeah, I feel like if I bought a jacket, I would give the other one to my sister. I'm pretty sure I have done that. And as long as she's not saying things like, do you know what I mean? Like to be like, oh, well, I'll give it to you. I mean, I'm sure like you might not ever be able to have this, so I'm giving you like that would make me that would burn me up, right?
All right, I gotta ask. Okay, I gotta
Let's
ask.
hear Ken.
I want some more questions. All right, so Tracy, are you the only family member that notices this and talks about this and is irritated by this?
I don't know the answer to that because I haven't really talked to any of my other family members.
And you've
about
not
it.
seen.
Something that,
all right, another question. Sorry, I'm not cutting you off. I'm going to do rapid fire here. Okay. Have you, when she said that, let's talk about the BMW thing, and it came out of the blue, did you see anybody else kind of look at you like roll their eyes or make the oh, geez, did any of that happen?
No, I did not.
You didn't see that?
No, it's just kind of like, oh, wow, great.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, this is great.
Yeah, I mean,
this is great.
But no nonverbals, nothing that like, the behind the back, rolling the eye, nothing like that.
Nobody else is saying this. Okay, Jay, this is stacking up nicely for you, but I'm not done. I'm not done.
Keep going. Yeah. Dig in.
I'm digging. This is really fun for me. Okay. When you said to us that you think she's insecure, give us some evidence as to, you said she's like a sister to you. Give me one other very clear example of her insecurity and how it pops up around how much money she makes.
I don't know if I can give any other examples, other than the fact that it just always seems it's something, that the conversation is somehow going towards, I went shopping and I spent $1,000 on clothes.
Okay.
All
right. So,
I mean, to get a bonus big enough to buy a BMW.
All right.
Wow.
One more question. I disagree with Jade. I will say, I'm going to make a statement and then a question. I disagree that it's just normal for somebody at an Easter gathering to bring up that they got a massive bonus. And went out and bought a Beamer, and I want to show you. I got to tell you, if one of my cousins did that, I'd be like, you're a pinhead. I wouldn't say that to him, but I'm like, I think that's obnoxious to say the absolute least. So I'm on Team Tracy because of that behavior.
I would want to know. I feel like
the question is
exactly how it happened.
When she's around you, without discussing money, she just always takes it to how much she spent on something. That's what I heard.
It seems, yes. It's always like, we talk about other things, but then it always kind of gravitates back towards how much something costs, or we need to get a new roof. And
now I'm ready to rule. Okay.
But my question to you is, how do I handle that?
That's where I'm going.
Kill him with kindness.
I think I want to know what Jade says, so I'll be quick. Here's what I think. I think that a lot of this is her, and I think it's very normal for you to actually feel this way. However, you're giving her way too much power, and it's not your problem to fix. It's not your conversation to have. I think she is who she is, and I don't think you confronting her is going to change it. So I would go the route of putting up a boundary that every time she does that, I would change the subject on her. And I think it'll do two things for you. Okay. It'll train you to not give her power and let it irritate you. And number two, I think it puts up a natural conversational boundary to change the subject. Jade, you got 20 seconds. What would you add to that?
I'd want to know if she started from nothing. Like, did she start from the bottom and now we're here and she's just looking for someone to celebrate with? Because I want to celebrate with my sister, and I do.
This is obnoxious insecurity.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.